Welcome back to Tell the Truth. I'm here with Bobo. And Bobo, do you want to introduce us to the next contestants? Number one, what's your name, please? Oh, all right then. Okay. Well, Gordon will throw it over to you. He's not answering.
Number one, what is your name, please?
My name is Chris Davis.
Number two.
My name is Chris Davis.
Number three.
My name is Chris Davis.
Okay, panel, it is up to you to locate the real Chris Davis, and this is her story. Please read along with me, and Bobo, you can read too, okay? I, Chris Davis, am known as the Bird Lady. I am a professional bird psychologist. I can help you find out why your bird is going nuts. I can tell you why a bird pulled out all his feathers when his mistress talked on the phone, or why another bird swooped down from the ceiling and attacked his owner, and why a bird hated her owner's children and spent most of his time screeching at them. Feathered friends need hugs and kisses just like our furry friends. As you can see, I have no problems with birds. Remember, the problem is probably not in the cage, it's out of the cage. People are such bird brains. Signed, Chris Davis. Welcome, ladies. And little feathered companions, let's start the questioning on this one. Bobo, if that's okay with you, with David Niven Jr.
Thank you. Number one, as a matter of interest, what is the safest way of kissing a bird like that?
Very carefully.
Well, I know, it's got a sort of, that pecker, what do you call that? Beak, yes. Very dangerous looking. As a matter, number two, what training did you have to become a psychologist specializing in birds?
I have a degree in psychology, and I grew up with macaws.
Number three, did you start off as a psychiatrist looking after children and then stay on with little furry things?
No, most of my experience with the birds is just from experience with the birds.
Number one, what is the major...
Sorry, David. Gloria, your turn.
Number three, why did you become a bird psychologist?
Because I've been raised with birds and have a special affinity for them.
Number two, are birds emotionally more secure than humans or less secure?
They're as secure as their owner.
Okay, number one, what is the major emotional problem that birds have?
Probably biting is the major problem that I see due to emotional disharmony in the home.
And why do they have that problem?
It can be anything. It can be that maybe they're jealous of the man and the woman in their relationship. Maybe they're just upset about where they've been situated in the home.
Number two, do you have a couch for birds?
Sorry, Lynn, you're next.
Boy, kids are having problems, and we've got birds with their own psychologist. No. Here we go. Number three, you talked about a bird who got upset when his mistress talked on the phone.
Right.
What was was it his mistress or his owner?
It was the lady of the house.
Okay, number three, what was she talking about?
Well, she was talking to her boyfriend, which created some emotional stress, and the bird was picking up on it.
Sexual competition.
Actually, that's true.
Number one, you also talked about a bird that swooped down on its owner. Why?
It thought that it owned the house and the other people were the interlopers, and he was trying to maintain some discipline.
Oh, was that owner Alfred Hitchcock?
The cockroaches will feel that way about my apartment. And Sarah.
Number one, would the information that you have to be a bird psychologist transfer over to dogs and cats?
Not always, because a bird essentially is a wild animal.
Oh, so it's not a domesticated. That would make it a big difference.
Right.
Number two, they have the term bird brain. Is that apt?
No. A bird's brain is actually larger in proportion than a human's brain. So birds are actually more evolved than humans.
Number three, if birds are not a domesticated animal, is it more difficult for them to live in a domesticated situation?
Yes, it is, and that's why some of them have problems.
Uh-huh.
Well, if that's smart, he can pick who's lying, okay, Bobo? Time's up. Time to vote for either number one, number two, or number three. Our team of challengers will receive $500, or the equivalent of birdseed, for each incorrect vote, with a guarantee of $1,000. And if the panel is filled completely, the team will receive $3,000. And panel, if you're ready to cast your ballots, we'll begin with David Fluffy Feathers Niven Jr.
Thank you, Fluffy Koala Bear host.
Well, you'll find us both in trees, hanging out together.
Well, I voted for number three because I thought number three answered the questions the best of the three. So that's my reasoning for that.
Alrighty. Gloria Allred.
Well, even though I didn't have a chance to ask her whether a bird in the hand is really worth two in the bush, I'm going to say number three because she wanted to talk about sexual competition among birds.
We can expand that later. Lynn?
Well, I didn't vote for number 2 because I didn't ask her a question. So it narrowed it down easily for me between 3 and 1. And I think what the earrings that number 3 is wearing would be a distraction to the birds. And I thought I heard a bird chirp when number 1 said, my name is Chris Davis, so I voted for number 1.
Okay, you're going for the bird vote. Okay.
Birds of a feather.
Yeah, right.
Well, number 3 really impressed me a lot with her sensitivity toward all furry and feathered things, and I really think it is number 3.
All right, there you go. As you can see, recapping the votes, 1 vote for number 1, none for number 2. 3 votes for number 3. Let's find out who the real bird lady is. Will the real Chris Davis please stand up? Ah! There you go. You didn't listen to the birds, and he found out.
Hey.
There you go.
Well done, Ed. Thank you, thank you.
Chris, do these little fellas talk? I'll bring a microphone over.
Yes,
and
Baby
which
just
one
said-
talks?
Baby just said hi here. I don't know. They don't talk on cue. Basically, what I like to teach people is to appreciate them for themselves and to love them for themselves.
Not for their conversation.
Right, and they will say things when they feel like it, but
Just
I
for
don't
being
force
beautiful.
them to do it. Yeah,
I've known women
I
like
love
that.
them
Yeah.
for being beautiful.
Yeah. And let me ask while we're here. Number 2, what is your real name? What do you do?
My name is Sheila Travis, and I am a social worker here in Los Angeles.
And number 3?
My name's Pat Ames, and I'm an administrator for the accounting firm of Kramer Olson.
And you're a very good contestant. Well, there you go. Bobo and I'll be back right after this break because you have already won $1,500. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you for being with us today, to tell the truth. We'll be back to play one-on-one with someone from our studio audience after this.